Welfare chef here. Oops. Come on, stay, man. Got some sophisticated equipment here. Actually, I got an old-fashioned good old Steely on this phone. I bought the one that came out, I don't know, about like 3 of them for $80 or something. One of them was maybe $50 or something. The first one, I can't remember, but it's retarded. I bought one just as good for my car at the dollar store for $2 last year. But anyway, it works good. It's great. Put the magnet, put the phone places. I even have a pan shot because if I put the phone, that's my fridge there. If I put the phone on the freezer door, I can open the door and I can get some like moving shots going on. No, so one second, let's do that. Alright, well anyway, I'm sure you're dying to see me do that. Okay, so today we're making welfare spaghetti. Now, you know, it's hard to get 2 slices of pizza nowadays for $10, but there's some spaghetti sauce I bought from the local store, the local deli, for $7.39. And just because you're a welfare case doesn't mean that you have to eat like a, you know, eat hot dog soup all the time. Doesn't cost that much to eat good. Just don't ever eat in a restaurant. Ever. One meal a month will blow your budget. And you know what? The food's no good for you, man. No, just to whatever, anybody's thing, but you know, maybe there's some people out there with fresh food or whatever. Where's the camera on this thing? To look at it. Anyway, but most of the time, commercial grade food is just commercial grade food, and more to the point, you shouldn't really eat anything. In my opinion, has been stated to me. I learned this from my shiatsu lady, Betty Leister, that you shouldn't eat food that is not cooked for you by someone you know who cares about you, or the energy is all wrong. So. Man, I fucking had a couple cheeseburgers at McDonald's last month because I was going downtown to go and try to play in a couple bars. I just got a $2 cheeseburger, you know, because I'm being lazy. I ate like 2 of those over the course of 3 days or something like that. And I just like, I don't know, man. I mean, they have oral vaccines in Africa. Who fucking knows what's in the food these days, these maniacs? I just found out after years and years about knowing about concerns about vaccines, and basically, you know, I mean, I basically knew when I first looked at the information, but you kind of like try to be a professional, objective opinion. You know, give me a break. But I only just found out recently through an interview with Archie Calacarnios, who worked in the 70s. I thought it was as far back as the 50s, but in the 70s, vaccinating Aboriginals in Australia, that the entire vaccination program on the continent of Africa for decades was done with reusable needles that can't be reasonably cleaned, sterilized, even in an ideal clinical setting, let alone across a nation of the size and scope and, you know, socio-political environment as in Africa. So they're saying that they're trying to stop disease in Africa, and I mean, what blows my mind is not the people administering these programs. What about the frontline doctors down there sticking people with the same needles over and over again? I mean, what the fucking hell medical school did they go to? Are you kidding me? And then you read these accounts of these guys, like they were driving in the Land Rovers in the villages, the Aboriginal villages in Australia would flee and they would start running, grabbing their children and running, and they would chase them down in Land Rovers and snatch their children from them and vaccinate them. And like on the spot, some of them would just die right there. And he was bringing them back if he caught them early enough. So if you have a vaccine-damaged child, you should think about this. Especially early enough, get it fast enough. Be there ready if they're going to vaccinate your kid and you're going to go along with it. I just don't ever do it. It's a total fraud. Okay? You have trillions of viruses in you right now. You can't possibly have room in your system for a specific defense against each and every one of them. It's like saying you need a different broom for all the different types of dirt outside on your back porch. You need a broom for the leaves and a broom for the sand and a broom for the, kibble or whatever. It's nuts. It's nonsense. It's somebody making fake patterns out of white noise. You just don't know any different. They're just seeing things that... the more I look at the science, it's like, what are you even talking about? It's fraud. And all those fuzzy pictures of viruses with the perfect round sphere... with all the little tentacles all around it pointing out uniformly is a SpongeBob SquarePants cartoon, okay? It's an artist's rendition. It's not a picture of anything. If you look at electron microscope pictures of these viral isolates, if you can get somebody to show you one that isn't filthy, look like puddle water, okay, then all you see is a bunch of fuzzy, it's just these drawings in this narrative. You're not 5 years old, and that's what they're treating you as. It's insane. So where was I? Oh yeah, don't eat at McDonald's. Sorry, McDonald's, but see, everything about me that is unhealthy is because of McDonald's. All the parts of me that don't still look like a 17-year-old child, it's because of McDonald's. It's McDonald's fault. So this is it, welfare spaghetti. So here we go. There's some spaghetti sauce from the store, which is yummy, and it's got some carrots in there. I've already ate this batch that he made up. He makes it at the deli and puts it on this shelf there in the cooler. I already bought one the other day, and it was so good I had to go get another one. So now we take my favorite noodles, which I use for everything, of course, and these are $1.79 for this big ass pack, and you just take a little noodle burger out. Yes, and you throw it right on top of the spaghetti. Right, because these noodles are so fine they cook real easy. And remember that the kitchen sink is the asshole of the house. If you keep it clean, everything else will pretty much kind of fall into line and take care of itself without even having to think about it too much. But soon as, well, let's not get into it. So, you have some sauce, you've got the raw spaghetti or pasta on top of it, but it's that thin vermicelli stuff. And we just give it some filtered water with the fluoride filter. But that's just quite a lot, actually. It's probably way too much, but it is too much. I can pour some out because really it's not going to lose much of the... I just need about that much. That's more than enough. It'll come off. It's okay, and the sauce is pretty thick. I like to loosen it up, get it more soupy. I eat spaghetti kind of like it's like tomato faux pasta or something. I don't know. Beef faux tomato pasta. Welfare spaghetti is what it is, my friends. Welfare spaghetti. And that's it. So we put it on the stove over here. Here, let me do a pan shot. We got the hardware going here. Hang on a second. Come on. This magnet isn't working as good as it was just yesterday. I don't understand what happens there, man. It's like sliding down. It wasn't doing that before. It's making me angry. I don't like it. Stop. Come on. Okay. Alright, well there we go. Here's our panning shot here. Oops. Fix my hat. Welfare chef. Okay, so there you go. Here's my little stove here where all the magic occurs. Yeah, well, let's take this off, whatever. There's Angie. Angie, we have to wait till it thaws out back so I can bury you. Don't worry. You're not eating dinner here, so don't worry about it. And there it is. And that's it. Oh, we just turned the heat on. This is one of my favorite cooking tricks. Is turn the heat on like right there, like just a little over minimum. Then it never boils over or reduces down or anything. And you can just put a lid on it. That lid doesn't fit. Put a lid on it and just leave it. Forget about it. And that's it. You know, it's whatever. Because I always put off eating forever too until I'm really hungry. And then it's like, scarf, yum. So, there it is, man. So, then I can go and do other stuff and not worry about that being boiling or watching it or anything. Just turn it on real low. And just let it slowly heat up. And eventually, by the time, what'll happen is it slowly kind of simmers. And then the smell fills the room, and all of a sudden you smell the food, and you hear it gets hot enough that this starts going. And that's when it's like perfect. It's not like, you know, the pasta shouldn't be too overcooked or anything. Although, I don't know, it cannot. If you like it al dente, you might want to, you know, get fancy and use like 2 pots to make spaghetti. But that's getting complicated. And that's it. So I don't think I'm going to leave this video to for the result here. This could take a while, so I'm going to just go over here and I don't know, do something else. Play some computer games, I guess. Because I am an adult child. And I don't know. There's not really all that much that you can do about it. So, you know, what I was going to say, though, that's it. Oh, by the way, when this is done, it will go into a bowl. I'll eat it with a little forky, which you can also use to stir it. And then, at the end of it all, I will have dishes. I will have a bowl, a fork, and that pot to wash up for the entire meal. And actually, I only used half the spaghetti, so I'll probably eat everything that's in there. And then I'll just wash the pot out, wash the bowl out, and blammo, all done. No dishes, no more dishes, you know? But today, I thought I might mention the fact that the cops, you know, people don't understand what it's like. They really degrade you, you know. Come on, man. Those people were resisting arrest. Check it out, y'all. In the house, y'all. Here to show the flow and let the people know. So let's ease on down to the yellow brick road to Compton. But first, let me tell you something. I possess the 10 commandments of the hip-hop thugster, known as a thief and murderer. First one, always fire homie with an attitude. Gotta get respect to break your motherfucking neck. Second one, always gotta fuck out of wedlock. I like it when the pussy goes snap, crackle, and pop. Number 3, I'm a gangster fanatic. I fuck any fool trying to cause some static. Number 4, here's what's the score. A crazy ass homie that remains hardcore. Fifth one, my killing's just begun. I pull up my gun, I'ma keep me on the run. Step 6, it's kinda tricky. Can't forget that I'm motherfucking chicken shit. To the one who try to play the E, by the time you get to 7, you'll be 6 feet deep. Number 8, make no mistake. Move real sneaky and you're bound to get your prey. Ninth one, I gotta be raw. Fuck any brainwashing man-made law. Last but not least, I must be real. Number 10 is my appetite to cook, baby. My appetite to cook, cause this is welfare chef, baby. Welfare chef in the house.